Hey YouTube, what is going on? I hope you guys are keeping well. This will be the first time, at least for a long while, where I'll be doing a recording on YouTube and not actually showing my face whilst doing the speaking. Obviously here you can see some of my gameplay, and we're going to keep this going through so you guys can be entertained whilst we're talking about the different points as well. Today I'm going to be beginning a series called State of the Game, and this is going to be episode 1, which will make hopefully monthly on these, talk about the current state of what Call of Duty is like right now. I'm going to be touching a bunch of different points of how the game's been. You know, we're looking at about a month since the release date of Call of Duty Cold War right now, and obviously we're excited for Season 1 coming up, Warzone integration, more stuff with multiplayer, and zombies as well. Before we run into today's video, I want to start creating challenges for every video that we push out. An achievement of mine was to hit 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year, which isn't looking very doable right now, but we're going to certainly try our best to make it happen. Remembering that we started the year at around 500 to 600 subscribers, and the original goal for this year was to get 1,000 subs on YouTube. So to be at 8.3k or around here right now is a massive achievement for me, and I only really started taking YouTube properly serious in 2020. So thank you for your crazy and individual support on almost 10k on here. My target for this video and what I would love to achieve is 100 likes and 20 individual comments is the target for the video. Appreciate all of your support. I know we haven't been doing the best in terms of views, but I know my quality is improving. I'm going to continue to work hard for the long run through the end of this year, moving into 2021 to start gaining more exposure for my YouTube and my YouTube videos. One goal of mine for 2020 and moving into 2021 is to start trying to achieve over 1,000 views a video. Any feedback on how I can make this happen, or any tips and tricks that you guys know from watching maybe bigger YouTubers, especially COD YouTubers, would really be appreciated. We're always looking to maximize quality in here, and I'm always looking to please the community and subscribers in any way possible. Let's move into some gameplay. Let's speak about Season 1 on Call of Duty Cold War. I don't know if you guys know this by now, but they were supposed to be dropped on the 10th of December 2020. This got delayed until December the 16th, 2020, which in my guess was probably because Cyberpunk 2077 was coming out at the same time. So they've delayed it by 6 days, and here's some of the stuff that we're going to be getting with it. They're apparently going to be giving us the largest free drop in COD Black Ops history, including operators, weapons, player progression, and battle pass rewards with Cold War, and also some stuff for Warzone as well. Over 30 Black Ops base weapons are coming to the game for Warzone integration, and they're even talking about a brand new Gulag experience coming to Cold War. Gunfight is making a return for 2v2 matchmaking, and it's going to be a new map and the return of the popular raid from Black Ops 2. There's going to be some new zombies content coming out, including new modes, new season challenges, and up to 1,000 seasonal levels to play through as well, just generally in the game for multiplayer, I believe. Double XP and Weapon XP bundles are coming soon, and Treyarch have announced that from 6 PM on Saturday, the 12th of December UK time, until Season 1 drops, it's going to be double XP and double Weapon XP as well. So get excited for that. I know a lot of us are on the grind right now for, you know, third Prestige and Dark Matter, so this is definitely a great way to level up our guns and also get to where we want to be. Here's a bundle, and you'll see here by a screenshot of what you'll get for playing the game between 6 PM UK time on December the 8th through to 7 PM on December the 15th, as stated on Call of Duty's official website. Now that we've spoken about what Season 1's going to bring and some of the drops on that, let's speak about the state of the game in general right now. As a release of the video, as I mentioned in the intro, the game's been out for around 1 month now, celebrating its 1 month anniversary, you could say. The maps, in my honest opinion, are half decent. I'm not a big fan of Armada, Miami, and Cartel I feel would be so much better without these damn bushes, but here we are. Them 3 maps are the only ones that I'm not really keen on right now. I mainly focus on 6v6 game modes on core, playing hardpoint and domination, as I like my smaller maps and higher chance of close encounters as well. And I always find 6v6 more competitive, and that's the way that I enjoy playing the game. Gun balancing does continue to present an issue right now, with the AUG and the M16 still being one-tap guns, despite the nerfs that they received earlier on. Here you'll find a screenshot from the exclusive ace showing changes to both of these guns. It is also rumoured there's going to be more changes coming to the M16 and AUG really soon, so I'm hoping they continue to balance that so we don't get one bursted no matter where we are on what map. The F-Fire got completely chalked in the last patch, as you'll see by the same screenshot, making the gun almost unusable right now due to its crazy vertical recoil. In my opinion, the F-Fire didn't deserve the nerf that it got. I definitely agree that it did need tuning down slightly because most of the pros were using it in the CDO invitationals. However, right now the gun is pretty much not usable, and if you haven't got it to gold yet, well, good luck unless they buff it. The MP5 still feels like it's in a good position despite its nerf. People are saying about that they reverted the nerf, and there's all sorts of stuff going on with this gun right now. Also, coming from a different perspective, listening to the sniping community on Twitter and other social media platforms, it seems there's a very mixed opinion on the feel of snipers right now. Some people are saying it's very simple, they're enjoying it, or they enjoyed the challenge, and other players are saying that the ADS isn't quick enough, or the guns are just not effective enough and they want a buff to snipers. It'll be interesting to see what Treyarch do with snipers moving later down the line, as obviously there's a giant sniping community out there for this game. Personally, after a lot of experimentation, I fell in love with the AK-74U, Krig 6, and the Bullfrog, as these are my current favourite guns right now. I'll be attaching more gun builds coming soon to YouTube, and you can find them live on previous or even future videos to come. If you're interested, take a scroll back, as we've definitely done a Krig 6 video, and also the AK-74U and Bullfrog are going to be 2 class guides that will be coming near in the future. I personally find, and this seems to be a bit of a weird topic, that Nuketown has been a nice addition to the game. Not a lot of people are sick of seeing the sight of it, or some people think that it's not as good as what it was on previous Call of Duties, but I personally like the destroyed, old school kind of western corrupt feel to Nuketown, and can't help that the map still plays out very campy due to the current meta. So as much as I do enjoy the map right now, and I like the way that it's designed and you know, kind of laid out and left to the way that it normally is, the way unfortunately that people play the map is a bit disappointing. But then again, you know, if the AUG and the M16 are current meta, what are we supposed to do about that? People are just going to be holding head glitches, especially in some of the lobbies that I play, as it can get very competitive and people just decide not to move at all. I try to keep things aggressive all the time, but then sometimes I get very frustrated as well in this game that objective, or the objective player, doesn't seem to get enough of a reward. So if you remember back to Modern Warfare, if you ran point man and you were to get flags or cap the hard point, you'd be very much rewarded with some of your score streaks, you know, racking up VTOLs, chopper gunners, AC-130s, just by playing objective and assisting your team out. However, in this game, if you do run objective, it's literally pointless. The amount of points that you get for even using assassin whilst playing objective is next to none versus somebody who goes on a 5 to 10 kill streak. This game very much right now is based on kills, very much based on how high you can streak, and because of that, they'll be the ones who get to go on the higher score streaks. And of course, score streaks run through deaths, which a lot of people have found very bizarre right now, and I'm one of these people to say the same thing. Score streaks are definitely one to be questioned about, and one that's currently up in the air right now. I feel like Modern Warfare definitely nailed it in terms of point man, and I wish we had something very similar in this game to make it more fluid for objective players and people to want to play objective in general. Moving on to camos, they've increased the weapon XP to make it easier to get guns to max rank, which was taken too far or taken too long at first. Now, as a gamer and someone who generally has been grinding COD since 2007, I didn't mind this that much, but as a creator, it really sucked. It was taking days just to get one gun from nothing to gold, no matter how much you were trying to grind it. And I know they're also implementing a lot more double XP into the game to help people on their camo grinds. I find most of the camos definitely well doable by the time you've reached a gun to 55. However, the point blank kills definitely need changing, as you have to literally, excuse the pun, have your barrel down the enemy's throat to get it to count. And also, can we please speak about the cherry blossom camos? Alright, I found to make this easier, I'm using the UAVs right now. I'm using fill mics and stun grenades so that my kills count towards it. However, I feel like sometimes these kills move very slowly, and I don't feel like they're tracking properly either. Apart from that, in terms of camos, I feel like they look good. I feel like they suit the game, and everything else is well doable. Oh yeah, also, let's not forget to mention that long shots absolutely suck. I would highly advise that if you need to get your long shots done, go play hardcore domination and put a double scope, like a 2x scope on your gun. Hold head glitches. When I was doing that on, you know, maps like Crossroads, I was averaging around 20 to 25 per game. So you can get a gun literally done from nothing to max 50 headshots, or 50 long shots, sorry, within 2 games. So definitely highly recommend to do that. Let's talk about our best friend SBMM next. SBMM stands for skill-based matchmaking, and that is definitely the hot topic on social media and pretty much everywhere right now if you look at Call of Duty. So I'm somebody who normally attempts win streaks. You know, win streak is like consecutive wins. So I play, again, core hardpoint domination, and we go and see how many, you know, consecutive wins in a row that we can get to see if we can break some sort of record. Obviously, moving as a sit stack, we feel like we play a lot against Optic Gaming, and you know, it's going to happen. We're going to expect strong opposition, but then you also see players who, you know, queue on their own, or let's say your average Joe of around 1 to 1.5 KDA right now is also facing up against six stacks, or also going up against people who necessarily shouldn't be going up against right now. There's a lot of speculation also on people reverse boosting right now, and even though that was, you know, a thing in Modern Warfare, I feel like in Cold War it's being exploited even more due to the state of the game and just generally how sweaty it was. Back in Modern Warfare, if you remember, if you've been following me long enough, we went on a legitimate 1,270 win streak, which necessarily wasn't the hardest thing to do. Apart from when we played against really good six stacks, you know, aimbotters and the usual hackers, we actually smoothed most of our games. However, during our run to 176 wins in a row in Cold War, it felt like we were playing CDL almost every single game, and there was a lot of times where we had to clutch up to get the wins. Now, personally, that's not me complaining, that's me saying that actually I enjoy the competition more, and I like how sweaty it can get, especially if we're going for win streaks. However, for people that want to be just casual players, and people that just come on to play for a few hours a day, this isn't going to be ideal at all. So it's going to be difficult, especially for content creators who want to go out there and do nuke gameplays and get high kill streaks, because there's a lot of good players on this game right now, it seems. Also, a lot of the community mentioned how difficult the game is right now in terms of, bullet registration feeling really random. People are complaining still about the movement feeling janky. I definitely feel like the sliding is very strange on this game, and I feel like when people are sliding around corners or they're sliding, towards the side of me, I feel like they're moving 10 times quicker on my screen, and then when I die and look at their kill cam, it doesn't look anywhere near that fast. So I find, I'm not sure if it's my field of view or one of the settings that I use, but it can be very different between two different screens on what it looks like between myself and the opposition player as well. Question is, and this is the big question going out at the moment, do you think that adding a ranked playlist is going to solve this issue? Treyarch don't really seem to talk that much about SBMM, but they do always speak about ranked playlists, so hopefully we'll have something like this in future. Now, let's also take a move over to the other side of the game. Let's talk about zombies. Zombies has been extremely addictive for me. I haven't played this much zombies since it first came out in a Call of Duty. It's back in the old days. Now, I've been loving it. I'm proper on the Dark Ether grind right now, as well as Dark Matter. I'm actually planning to unlock Dark Ether and Dark Matter in the same game. So I'm not going for any challenges or high rounds, just high enough to get my camos done. So I'm usually exfilling at around, let's say, level 31 to 36 right now. But I'll make a video on zombie camos and effective ways of doing them once I kind of work that out myself as well. I'll most likely do some more challenges in future as well, especially when Warzone drops in the game, depending on how good it is, of course, because I normally focus my content mainly on multiplayer and also a little bit of zombies now as well. I also love the fact, and this is outside of the game, that Twitch have split Cold War and Warzone apart in separate categories. So if you're, let's say, a multiplayer streamer or somebody who's playing Cold War as a zombie streamer, you're now not in the same category as thousands of other Warzone streamers in there. And as, somebody who was playing Modern Warfare, it was very difficult to be found sometimes. People often said to me, finally, a multiplayer streamer, somebody I've been looking for so long. I'm hoping that when Cold War releases Warzone, they're not going to integrate them back into one kind of directory on Twitch and we can keep them split apart, because I do feel like they are two complete different games. I'd also like to throw a quick plug to a 2v2 tournament that I've got starting very soon, and my next video, or let's say my next upload, is actually going to be based around this 2v2 video. I wanted to start my own franchise of tournaments and events. I actually have a degree in events management. I'm not sure if you guys know that about me. And I want to collaborate my passion for streaming and bringing in my degree from events management into what I'm doing. This is also going to help the community in terms of earning money, gaining exposure. I'll get to, organize, prep, announce, and cast all my own tournaments. Casting is also something that I've always wanted to get into, and more information is going to come on this soon. I hope you've enjoyed this very long and informative video. This is State of the Game episode 1. If you've got this far, I appreciate you. Don't forget to hit a subscription to the channel if you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to leave any likes, positive comments, anything constructive as well in the comments really helps, and share the video as well. And I'll see you on the next one.